Have you ever thought about how weird it is to stay at someone's random house on Airbnb? I mean, you're traveling on your vacation, you end up at some random place you've booked online with the hopes that it's as clean, as nice, and as safe as it appears to be so on Airbnb. What makes us trust that staying in someone's random house on Airbnb is a safe decision? It's the whole concept of you partnering with Airbnb or that host partnering with Airbnb and Airbnb's millions of dollars invested into itself for you to know, like, and trust Airbnb, that when you book that house, that stranger's property, you're in a safe, clean, expectant environment. And so today I want to talk to you today on this Bluegrass Rentals of EKY channel, going from full-time RN to full-time RE, the concept of know, like, and trust. So thank you for being here today. My name is Zach Humphrey. This is Bluegrass Rentals of EKY. We are going from full-time RN to full-time RE, regardless of how long that takes, with the goal of providing value back to you and sharing maybe vlogs and things about my own investing experience and sharing the little bit of knowledge that I have gained to hopefully help you along your journey, whether or not you're just getting started or seasoned in investing. I hope to grow the influence of this channel through your subscription and your commenting in the comment section down below, and also maybe give us a follow on social media on Instagram, Bluegrass Rentals of EKY. It's a black background with me in navy scrubs in the photo. Please follow us over on Instagram, where I share lots of different things that you may not see on YouTube as well, about investments I'm a part of, tips and tricks and things of that nature. So again, today on Bluegrass Rentals of EKY, this channel, we are discussing the topic of real estate partnerships and one of the most critical aspects of real estate partnerships, which is the idea of to know, like, and trust someone. So really, what is a real estate partnership? Well, it can take on almost endless shapes, sizes, and forms, because every agreement between you and someone else to do a real estate investment could be different. You could choose to partner with your best friend. You could choose to partner with your cousin. You could choose to partner with your mom and dad, or a coworker, or someone random you just met on biggerpockets.com, one of real estate's biggest investment forums. There's lots of ways to meet people. There's millions of ways you could set up a partnership. But the partnership essentially is this. It's the idea of coming together under a certain goal, establishing what that goal is, setting a form to the partnership within a document that would describe the goals, the charters, the responsibilities of the group that is gathering together, and what the end goal is between you and this other person. Maybe you want to buy this house on a lake, split the profits 50-50. They do a certain aspect of the partnership work. You do another aspect of the partnership work. Maybe they are bringing a significant amount of cash to the table, and you're bringing a lot of sweat equity or your effort and time to the table in those initial relationships that you form. The goal here today is to discuss the idea of one of the most foundational pieces, and that is knowing, liking, and trusting. Nobody wants to partner with someone that they do not know, that they definitely don't like, and they certainly cannot or do not trust you. Let's go back to the Airbnb example. What makes us confident or comfortable with booking someone's random house on Airbnb and staying the night there? I know that I've stayed in some Airbnbs during my registered nursing travels that were less than ideal. I remember one time I traveled to Ohio State University's Brain and Spine Institute to work there as a nurse. And while I was trying to figure out what Airbnb is going to be best for me, I was booking different ones every week, trying to find my favorite. And I happened to book one that I thought looked really nice. And it was really nice on the inside, but the outside of it was kind of rough. And furthermore, I did not realize the part of town it was in. I ended up having to walk almost 3 or 4 blocks before I could ever find parking in a pretty rough looking part of town before I got into this new renovated house. The inside was nice, but I was scared basically trying to get to this property. But I felt comfortable booking this property because it was on a platform that has done and spent millions of dollars so that you could know, like, and trust them. That is Airbnb. They have spent millions for you to know, like, and trust their platform so that you feel comfortable when you go to book that place that you're going to get the product you're booking for. Same thing with real estate partnerships. People need to know, like, and trust you. And this concept was really brought out to me with a book I read not very long ago called Real Estate Partnerships by Ashley Kehr and also by Tony Robinson of Real Estate Robinsons for Short-Term Rentals. A fantastic little read on real estate partnerships. And one of the first chapters in the book is entitled How to Find a Partner, written by Tony Robinson, chapter 3, to know, like, and trust. And the concept of these 3 points is what I want to discuss this afternoon. To know someone, what does it mean that we need to be known or know our real estate partner? This means that people are aware of who you are and what you're good at, what you stand for, and that they've developed a relationship with you in some way. So do people even know who you are? That's part of what I'm doing this channel for, is that people may get to know me. That's part of what we're doing with our real estate Instagram, is not that I've achieved massive amounts of real estate investing success or that I know more than some other real estate investor down the street, but that people would get to know me on a personal level. And in knowing me, they begin to trust me, regardless of the volume of knowledge that I have learned. Tony shares in his book here that before he ever did his first real estate investment period, he started a podcast interviewing other real estate investors. So though Tony had done no deals, he was investing and getting known by the investment world by starting that podcast. And the point of it is that for you to be known. If you have an interest in doing real estate investing or leaving your 9-to-5 to do something like real estate investing or supplementing your W-2 career with real estate investing or preparing yourself for retirement through the same, and getting there would be a whole lot faster by working with others through partnerships, then one of the keys here is that you need to be willing to be known. And in our society today, people are very individualistic. And though we seem to share more about ourselves on the internet than ever in human history, people still really don't want to be known. But part of being known is being vulnerable and being known for who you are. That's part of why I share with people that I'm a registered nurse or I'm a diabetic or I'm a Christian. These are aspects of me that may not directly pertain to being a real estate investor, but they are a part of who I am. And that's part of why getting known for who you are and sharing that knowledge with others makes it possible for them to begin to develop or want to develop a partnership with you because they feel that they know you and they do know you. So it happens organically, but it's something you need to be aware of. To be known is a part of setting up a successful partnership with someone else. You don't want to invest with somebody that you don't know. They don't want to invest with you if they don't know you. The second piece of that is being liked by your real estate partner. And so this means that after people get to know you, they actually enjoy being around you. They enjoy the conversation, and this usually happens pretty organically or naturally. I love the way that this is brought out here in this book. The question commonly is asked, well, if I can't control what people think about me, that they like me or don't like me, then what am I supposed to do? And the answer for that is to simply be yourself. Don't be fake in order to set up a partnership. Don't be fake in your social media surrounding the topics of real estate investing. Be real. In fact, one of my first videos on real estate investing, if you go back to my channel videos down below, is the idea that I lost $100,000 on one of our biggest real estate investments. And I describe what happened, how that happened, and what I'm doing to address that loss. But by being real, being really who I really am a Christian. I really am a nurse. I really am a father with kids, a wife that I love. I am these things. I am this person. I'm not fake. This is who I really am. A beginning real estate investor who still works a full-time registered nursing career. This is really who I am. And if being a Christian's a problem with you, if being a father's a problem with you, if me being a nurse is a problem with you, then you're probably not going to like me, and that's okay. That's not going to be a partnership we can have together because, well, just naturally we don't fit together. But being part of being known, once you are known, is that people will either organically like you or not like you. Your conversations will either flow or not flow. And that all happens naturally, but don't ever be fake or not yourself in order to be a part of something. The temptation maybe in the beginning is to talk like you know more than you know, or to feel that a lot of people oftentimes feel this idea of imposter syndrome when they start investing in real estate. Well, I'm no real estate investor. I know nothing. So every time they're around someone who does invest in real estate or around the topics with others, they feel such a sense of inferiority that they don't want to talk about it. They get bashful or shy and tend to fall or shrink back from those types of conversations because they feel inferior in those topics or rooms with people. But part of this is then networking with others and losing that sense of imposter syndrome. In other words, everybody starts somewhere. Get in the room at your local real estate meetups. A lot of cities and states and such a thing as this will have gatherings together to talk about real estate. I know my local town has a real estate meetup about once a month, and as well as several, one even for my entire state, CREA for the state of Kentucky. So the point is to get out there, get in the forums on biggerpockets.com, set up a profile, start looking through the forums, talking with others, and you begin to understand the idea of relationship building around a topic you may have little experience in, and that is real estate investing. Never be other than who you are. Own the fact that you're a beginner in this topic, or if you're not, then you're not, but own the fact of who you really are, be vulnerable in that aspect of things, and be willing to learn and be teachable. And that's where the organic, successful real estate relationships for you will begin to develop that could one day turn into a partnership. And the final piece of this, as far as being forming a real estate partnership in its most organic, important way, is to be known, to be liked, and finally, trust. Know, like, and trust. And this again happens naturally. If people have come to know you, if they like you once they know you, then through getting to know you, they begin to learn that they can trust you. As more and more people get to know you and those people end up liking you, those same people will naturally start to trust you as well. One thing I've found that has helped build trust is to be honest about your mistakes. And that kind of goes back to being liked and being known. The idea of me sharing a place I've made a mistake at in my investing career. Being honest about who you really are, in that you're being true to you when it comes to building relationships with others around the topics of real estate investing, makes it possible for people to then trust you, that you're not misleading them, misguiding them, or trying to use them for your own personal gain. So by being known, liked, and trusted, this is where real estate partnerships tend to begin. Now, within this topic of real estate partnerships, the qualities of the Bible, I think, really come into play. A great verse I love for the idea of real estate partnerships is Proverbs 15:22. The Bible says, "Your plans will fall apart right in front of you if you fail to get good advice. But if you first seek out multiple counselors, you'll watch your plans succeed." Why a real estate partnership anyway? Well, a lot of times for us, it's almost necessary because our financial constraints in the beginning of our investing career are quite less than they are as we get more experience and have more investment properties. But in our beginning stages, financials tend to limit us to what we're capable of doing. And so forming a partnership with others is oftentimes a great way to begin your investing career. And in doing your real estate investing partnership, one of the greatest things you're gaining from forming a unity with another person, with legal documents set up and signed by you both so there is no miscommunication, is that you begin to put counselors around each of you. You're a counselor to them, they're a counselor to you, and maybe you both even have other friends and family that have done real estate investing, or go on Bigger Pockets and get counsel. But the point is, you're connecting yourself to other people who can then bounce ideas back to you and look at it from an outside perspective. Hey, am I thinking about this correct? You can ask them, here's my numbers, what do you think? And in doing this type of thing, you're getting multitudes of counselors. You'll watch your plans fail if you don't get good counsel. And one of the best parts about a real estate partnership is having good counsel. You to them and them to you. A person to build ideas on, ask ideas and bounce ideas off of, and them likewise to you. In a personal partnership I may be a part of in the near future, there's 3 of us. So there's 3 people to ask ideas to bounce ideas off of, and each of us likewise. And in doing that, we'll watch our plans succeed, Proverbs 15:22 says. And the quality of real estate partnerships that each individual within the partnership needs to have, I think Philippians chapter 2, verse 3 really speaks to that when it says, "Don't allow self-promotion to hide in your hearts, but in authentic humility, put others first and view others as more important than yourself." And that goes back to the trust factor we discussed earlier. Don't allow self-promotion to hide in your heart. A great mistake to make is that you're trying to get out of your W-2 job so fast, that you're trying to scramble to get along somewhere you're trying to get to, that you almost end up trying to use others to get to where you want to go. Whether that's using them for financials, using them for advice, using them for their time, that's not good. A great quote I've heard one time was, "Be a river, not a drain. Be a river, not a drain. Be someone that gives back, not someone that just constantly sucks away from or takes from others, especially when it comes in your investing career as far as getting you to where you want to go. We reap what we sow. If you're a giver, whether that's giving of knowledge, time, resources, efforts to help others succeed too, you will find that it comes back to you every single time. The attitude that each individual partner needs to have in a real estate partnership is this idea of putting the other as first, or their needs more important than yourself. A great way that we've set up our partnership is asking each other from the very beginning, what is it that you need from this investment situation? What are your needs? What are your end goals, partner, friend, whatever your partner's name is or however they relate to you? What are you needing out of this? And when you do your darn best to give them what they need out of this situation and they do that to you, you can't help but both succeed, because you're not going to be at odds with one another in trying to get an end result that you want to suit your best ends. Selfishness destroys everything, and selfishness will most quickly destroy a real estate partnership. So have this attitude of putting your partner's needs above that of your own. Not that your needs aren't met or considered, not that they're not in writing and signed by both parties so your needs are both protected, but have an attitude of servant or being a servant in the partnership towards the other person or parties, and you will find that success follows you as a natural result of doing what is innately the principles of success for mankind, which is God's principles found in His Word. Thank you again for joining me today. This is Zach Humphrey, going from full-time RN to full-time RE, discussing the idea of being known, liked, and trusted, and that being the foundation of a real estate partnership. Thank you for watching. Subscribe down below for more future content. Give us a follow on Instagram at Bluegrass Rentals of EKY. Thank you again. Have a good day. God bless you guys.